Welcome to Manhattan, Kansas, where you'll hear EMAW, every man a Wildcat. And inside Bill Snyder Family Stadium, virtually every man, woman, and child love the Kansas State.
Okay, needed that.
Kansas State about to kick off to get this game started. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So South Alabama's offense takes the field for the first time today. And there he is. When you have a guy like this, you don't mind building your attack around the running game, guys.
And he's a grown man. There's no doubt about it. This offense runs through him. Everybody gets their emotion, and everything is built on him and around him.
And everybody knows this guy's going to touch the football, and still, defenses can't stop him. He can run through tackles and make big things happen.
To the ground with the back. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Finds his man. It's Baker. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Oh, shit.
He's got it on the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They're going to throw it again. Got it in the middle. It's Higgins. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on third down. Give to the big fullback. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
You know, this is a running back who wants the ball, and he wants the offense to run through him. Really nice job there in the third down of this opening drive for his offense. I can't wait to see what kind of game this guy's going to have.
Running back searching for a hole.
Oh,
just
what?
enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Lopez wants to fire.
You
That's gonna be
suck,
incomplete. A lot of
dude.
contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Dude, if your composure is that bad that you can't handle this stadium, God dog it.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, try to convert through the air. He
Am I
makes the
talking now?
connection.
My bad.
He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end
I
of
feel
the
like I
game
should lean
is
into
third
that.
down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Snags it over the middle.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Brought down at the 7 after picking up 3. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Give to the fullback. And the Jaguars will move the sticks. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
The give to the fullback. A run up the middle.
What?
Stopped for no gain.
No gain on the play. It's now third and goal.
So loud it's rattling your fillings on third and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Paul.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length.
Quarterback sneaks it forward and into the end zone for a touchdown.
Well, your opponent can't beat you if you don't give them the football. And they were able to possess it throughout the entire first quarter, and they finally cap it off with that impressive rushing touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So they played keep away and held it for 16 plays on the scoring drive. And they finished the deal with the quarterback
like
sneak. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Overall. might be better than mine except for at cornerback.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. So Kansas State's offense will take the field for the first time. These two dudes who both come off the edge can wreck an offensive stage, Jesse.
Man, these quarterbacks better have an internal clock working today. If you hold on to the football, you are getting sacked.
Yeah, best athletes on the field are defensive linemen, and when you got guys like this that can get after the quarterback, points will be at a premium.
Shit. Oh, thank God.
He released the ball on that first down pass
They
and
caught
it
me
never had a
cheating.
chance.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Quarterback adapted.
Come on,
He's
man.
going to take off. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Yeah, let's go.
Kansas State quick to the line.
Nice job by the QB sitting back in the pocket. You
Let
can
me
tell
get to
he
my
wants to throw the
linebacker.
football, go
God
through his
dang it.
progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide.
going too
I love
fast.
this slide in. Don't take a big shot.
Offense gets set for second down. They'll try the run. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 after the 35. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to pick up the first through the air.
Get out of
Finds him
here.
out of the backfield. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here.
Oh my God. That guy exploded into my backfield.
This defense, they are tenacious. And they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong that they can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on second down. Lopez to pass.
Dude, come on, man. I can't even get anything off.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break.
God, dog.
And this defense has squatters' rights in the backfield. Back-to-back sacks, and the crowd is insane. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Quickly complete. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch, you gave up the completion.
Oh, that's going to be bad. Golly, that was going to be bad. Too much of an angle. Ugh. Shit.
K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Coming after it. And they got him for the sack. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. He's looking to throw.
Come on, man.
Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. That can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. And
dude, they block.
This is some physical pass defense.
6 dudes.
That's what I'm talking about.
No
that
issue.
Is how you close, and when a guy's
No
going to
confusion.
make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
He wants to throw it again. And the ball's loose. Now the defense has got it going the other way.
First half coming to an end. Offensively, you're trying to put a drive together and get back in this ball game. The last thing you wanted to do was turn the football over, dig yourself an even bigger hole. Not good execution by the offense.
South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone
going deep. He's got it down the left side. He's off to the races. Touchdown, Jaguars! He broke away from the defense.
Has the coverage look I wanted.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those
Suck
are
it,
easier
K-State.
throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. The home team has the lead right now, but this crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. The away team is hanging in there, but they're going to need something to break their way, and soon. They're up by 7 over North Texas. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
They'll throw it on 1st down.
Oh.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats and he's shuffling and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but hey, batting it away, it's a big-time play.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He'll pull it down.
God dog it. He's fast.
He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a
And he wasn't that fast.
Moving the sticks for a 1st down.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the 1st down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Moves around to clear up the vision. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass, but you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
The 1st down sack pushes the ball back for this long 2nd down. He's looking to throw. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Kansas State will have to punt it away. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. And now the offense will come onto the field again. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself.
Looking for a deep man.
Yeah.
And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
After the incompletion, let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd and 10 from the 33. Lopez wants to fire.
God, that's terrible, Chris.
That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
You know, as an offense, you just don't get that many great opportunities in games to hit these type of big-time plays. When plays like that present themselves and receivers are open, as a quarterback, you have got to make that throw.
On 3rd and long, yeah.
Okay, can't do that again. Note to self.
The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Just enough time for one final play of the half.
You suck, dude.
Quarterback reacting to what the
really big Tigers win.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. And he's all
Ooh, thank you.
And now it's worse. The ball's loose. Bounced right back to them. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
We got 1 rushing
And
yard.
it should come as no surprise
Sexy.
that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Manhattan. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. If you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top.
And the returner goes down. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
You have to imagine the game plan in the second half. Being down, I got to come out and throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy, and the defense setting the tone right out the gate.
They'll come to the line and try to get out of this mess on 2nd down from the 5. Gives it to the back on the draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Power football with the run.
Oh,
And
God,
he's
just
not
whipped.
going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out.
Like, I didn't have control
They were
of
real
it.
disappointed
That
not
was
getting
really
that
weird.
first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough to build an attack.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and is going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
Going with the ground game left.
Oh.
He's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. After getting moved back, it's 1st and 20. They believe they can run right here. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Give to the back. They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. The give to the tailback.
Yeah,
The Jaguars are stopped, but not before getting the first down.
Love the call here going RPO on 3rd down, and obviously you're giving your quarterback choices, but the defense gave them a look that was conducive to handing that football off. So good decision by the quarterback and nice push up front.
Now the crowd responding in the red zone, trying to help this defense. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
Oh, I bounced that outside, Chris.
Game ball is at the 17. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Lopez to pass. Quick strike complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
That receiver found
You know
the
it.
space in the zone coverage, and as a
That's what I
defense,
do,
honestly,
baby.
You just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well.
Just
It was
grind
just a
them
good
up.
Play call and really nice execution.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. That's the end of the quarter. South Alabama has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the fourth quarter,
I'm sure.
a pretty sizable
I don't even care, though.
win this one. Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
You've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. We're anticipating him getting the football here.
Handoff to the
Worked
fullback.
way better than I thought.
He works his way ever closer,
TD
all the
right
way
there.
down to the 1-yard line.
Brings up third and goal.
You can hear yourself.
That's a long
think on
one.
third
This
and
will be
goal.
interesting.
He'll keep it on the sneak. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Third down and goal. I want the touchdown. Is it predictable? Do I know he's going under center? Do I know he's going to run a quarterback sneak? Yeah, but guess what? It's still so hard to stop. That's why you see it so much down here in the red zone, especially in situations like this in third and goal when you need it. Touchdown for the offense.
Oh.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
Their last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
It's amazing how fluid and potent an offense can seem when you get a great pickup on first down in the tight ends. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Kansas State pushing the pace. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. From the comfort of the pocket, he fires it to the right. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they want in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
They'll power it inside with the fullback. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
I tell you guys, this fullback, he's not just a blocker. He can catch the football, and he can also run it, especially on third down. What a weapon.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. The Jaguars will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Barrels ahead. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road.
Touchdown, South Alabama! And the pummeling has started. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And the extra point makes it 28-0. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
We'll see if they can dig one up that goes forward this time on 2nd down from the 18. Shoots it to the left. He makes a catch. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart.
Whoa.
You got to attack the side.
God,
You
target.
got to throw 1st downs. You got to keep this thing moving.
That was my fault.
Finally, now the fans can get a little bit excited. This offense hasn't done anything. 0 points in the game, but finally completes the big pass down the field, makes the big game.
Kansas State has it with another 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Fires toward the end zone.
There we go.
Fires and picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale. You get to
linebacker staying with him?
And we played well.
And we
Give
gotta
me a
think about
fucking
where we're
break.
taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Quarterback checking off. Off play action. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
From the gun, running back gets to give.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it for us.